We took a hard turn, and it's a bummer that Brian's not here to appreciate it, because this is his type of weather.
I suspect he'll have a lot more of this to enjoy as we go forward. That's 6 o'clock. So tonight it's 6 p.m. sunset in Bangor. That's the only thing. We've talked about this. I love fall. I think probably a lot of people do. That's the only thing. In the morning, too, now that you have a kid, right?
Yes, because you wake up and you're like, I have no idea what time it is.
Yeah. Luca's just at the age now at 7 where it helps us because he sleeps longer. He's like waiting for the daylight, but you got a few years before we get to that point. Let's have a look outside. Temperatures are in the 50s for the most part. It's also breezy, so it's a combination of the temperature drop, which is substantial, obviously, and the breeze. It's in the 40s in the mountains. It won't get out of the 40s today, despite the sunshine, which is pretty much statewide. We do have some clouds into the northern part of the state, but generally speaking, bright but cool. Also a lot closer to average than what we had been seeing for the end of the weekend into early this week. So we've got some advisories, freeze warnings in effect along the coastline and inland and into New Hampshire. The only spots that don't have the freeze warnings is because they already had a freeze. So it's certainly going to be just as cold, if not colder, in the mountains in northern Maine. But since there's already a freeze, they won't issue this advisory again. But even to the coast tonight, we do have a chance to get down to freezing. And I've got a 30 in Wiscasset, a 32 in Portland, 32 in Bar Harbor. But look towards Freiburg and Sanford and Laconia and Berlin. We'll be in the 20s tonight. Now, granted, it will be for a short period of time in the early morning hours, late tonight, early tomorrow, but still some pretty chilly stuff, and a hard freeze is likely in spots, especially right away from the coastline there. So that's the only thing that's happening tonight. Otherwise, it's quiet. Tomorrow, we do recover quite a bit. So we start chilly, obviously. We end up around 60 or so, though, in the afternoon. So for some of us, that'll be a 35-degree swing from our morning low to our afternoon high, which we don't really do too much of other times of the year. So that's a pretty big swing in there. Friday turns out to be a beautiful day, obviously, and then Saturday looks good too. Temperatures around 60 to 65 on Saturday, and we've got a good deal of sunshine. That doesn't last too long as we're watching that subtropical low to our south, and you'll start to see some of the clouds pouring in Saturday night, and we're likely cloudier on Sunday, especially in the afternoon. Models have really had a hard time with this scenario. We've got a subtropical low here to our south, a high to our north. So the question essentially is, how much can this subtropical low push the high out of the way? And they've gone back and forth really pretty violently over the last couple of days. And it looks to me now that we're certainly dry Saturday and Sunday. Sunday night into Monday, though, we do still have a threat of some showers. You can see the European model keeps those showers over southern Maine, but the GFS rides that low in, and everybody gets into showers, if not rain, on Monday. So that's the day that we're still going to leave showers in the forecast. It's just a matter of how much rain are we talking about. We could use it, of course, because we had a pretty drastic increase in the drought yesterday, according to the drought monitor. This is last week. I just wanted to show you that to kind of set a baseline. And then look what came out yesterday. We have a larger area of extreme drought, and we've also expanded the area of severe drought. So if we were to get into rain on Monday, we'd be better off, obviously, having it be some legitimate precipitation. So the way I'd play on this weekend is Saturday, yes. Sunday, yes, but cloudy in the afternoon. And then Monday, probably at least showers. It's just a matter of, is it real rain or is it just some light stuff that won't really do us that much good? But as we talked about before we cooled down, I don't see anything approaching where we were earlier, 80, certainly not 85. So probably we shut that down and just see where we go from there. But overall, nice stretch, just more seasonable.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Keith.